Hey everybody, what is going on? HexLex here. Got another Master Duel video for you, and because it is Monday, that means it is once again time for one of our weekly viewer specials. So for those of you who are new to the channel or series, haven't seen one of these before, every single Monday we take some time to appreciate games from you all, the community. And I really like this, not only as a way of getting the community more involved in the video making process, which we're going to be doing in other ways, actually, in hopefully the pretty near future. More announcements on that to come as that becomes closer. But anyway, yeah, no, I not only like getting the community more involved, but also, it's really cool to see other people play all these different decks that I don't normally play, and also with builds and in ways that I don't normally do. So, always just a good time around, all around. So, if you are interested in submitting some games for the viewer special, you're going to want to check out the description below. There you'll find an invite link to our Discord server, the HexLexPlex, and under the Master Duel section, there is going to be a channel for viewer special submissions. It's called that. The main bit of information I'm going to need from you is your 9-digit player ID. That way I can view your publicly saved replays, and please do make sure that 1, your replays are publicly saved, and 2, that you have entered this number correctly. Those are probably 2 of the most common things that keep me from being able to watch somebody's game, so please make sure to double check those things. Yeah, I mean, as far as submissions go, you can submit as many different replays as you want. Like, if you have 10 different replays, even if they're all the same deck, as long as they're different games, that's totally cool. You know, you can definitely submit those, and I will take a look at them. Now, of course, I do only feature 1 game per person, and I do ask that you don't spam submit the same game, week after week, but we never really had a problem with either of those things, so I don't expect we will moving forward. But, trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, when you're leaving the info, your player ID, if you also want to leave a little blurb about the game, like, especially if you have more than 1 replay, just making sure that you point out the either date and time or your opponent's name, so that I know which game you want me to see. And also if you want to leave, again, like a little description, like it could be as simple as I played this deck versus this deck. That is very helpful. So, all right, I think that's pretty much everything we need to cover before getting into it. So let's start watching your games. Okay, so our first game is going to come to us from Super Dark Aqua, who's always, I feel like, cooking up something really cool, especially when a new pack comes out. And speaking of the new pack, Aqua is going to be playing Ragnara in this game versus U-Bound. So, very eager to see this. Not only just to, again, show off, duels for decks from the new pack, but Ragnara is a deck that, for me, is, like, kind of hard for me to wrap my head around how it plays and what exactly it wants to do. So, the more games that I see with it, the better, for sure. I also think it's really funny, for some reason, they play both, like, Lone Fire Blossom and Snake Rain. Like, 2 very iconic support cards for their archetypes, or their types, rather, in general. And it's playing both. It's just cool, so. Alright, looks like we're going to Snake Rain, pitching the Samurai Beetle in hand to mill some Ogdoadic cards, as well as a Night Sword Serpent. The Night Sword Serpent's going to summon itself off its own effect, and of course we definitely like having Ogdoadic monsters in the graveyard. Going to banish the Night Sword Serpent to summon one of those, which can then summon yet another Ogdoadic from the yard. So, and then when this one is summoned, we get to add a spell or trap. Daybreak, we're actually familiar with this card from a previous viewer special where we had, I think it was Abe who showed us Ogdoadic Sprite with Daybreak. That was cool. So, alright, making a rank 4, that's of course going to be King of the Feral Imps to search out yet another reptile from deck to hand. Going to be Ragnara Armored Lizard. Going to use the Ogdoadic Daybreak here, sacking off our Ogdoadic to summon, I think we get 4 tokens because it was level 8, right? Yeah. Alright, now we're going to link off the King of the Feral Imps and one of these Ogdoadic tokens to summon our first Ragnara Link monster, the Skeletal Soldier. Now, if there's one thing Ragnara is pretty good at doing, it's link climbing, and we definitely have more than enough materials to set that up, so. Got the Mantis Monk. Mantis Monk F is going to add the Hunting Dance, which will give us some more disruption on the opponent's turn. Now, Mantis Monk and our second to last Ogdoadic token here are going for the Chain Coils. And finally, we're going to go into our Link 5, which is the Stag Sovereign, I think it's called? Yeah. Stag Sovereign. Then we still have a normal summon deck. And a normal summon that Lone Fire Blossom going for Ragnara the Evil Seed. That'll give us a double add for a Samurai Beetle, as well as a Wicked Butterfly. Wicked Butterfly is going to end up getting banished there, which will proc the effect to... hang on, what exactly was that? It's like two different things happened at once. There was a summon, and then there was a... just cards moving. You can draw cards equal to the number of different... Oh, so we drew. Okay, that's cool. And then we got to special summon the Samurai Beetle. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. Alright, Samurai Beetle F for the Evil Seed back to the field. Skeletal Soldier, bringing back the Samurai Beetle. This is what I meant when I said that the Ragnara deck is so good at link climbing. Whoa, hold on. New card alert. I've literally never seen this card before in my life. Haggard Lizardos? I've never seen this card before. If you'd show me the art without the border, I probably would have guessed it was an MTG card. What does this do? It's generic, relatively. 2 monsters with different names. Link 2 Reptile, 800 attack. You can banish 1 monster from your face-up field or graveyard with 2,000 or less attack. Then target 1 face-up monster on the field. Make its attack become equal to the original attack of the monster that banished to activate this effect until the end of this turn. Then if you banish a monster that was originally Reptile, draw 1 card. That's interesting. Okay, so it's like a link to... So if you're link climbing, it can get you a free draw as well as being a link to body to climb with. That's kind of neat. And it's indeed exactly how we use it here. I've literally never seen that card. I had no idea that card existed. Alright, Sylvan. Link 4 I am more familiar with. Alright, sending out the Armored Lizard. Chain Coils bringing itself back. And there we go. Oh, and then we get to draw 3 off the Wicked Butterfly during the end phase there. I actually totally forgot that was going to happen. So, what kind of disruption do we have going into their turn? Because the Chain Coils I know has a quick effect. Yeah, if the opponent activates a monster effect, you can activate this effect. Either player can activate the effects of monsters in the hand this turn. The Stag Sovereign. Let's see, if monsters special from your opponent's deck and or extra, you can destroy 2 monsters on the field. So, in addition to our trap cards, even our monsters have some pretty decent disruption to them. It is worth noting with the Stag Sovereign that it's not up to 2. You do have to destroy exactly 2 monsters. So that is worth keeping in mind, but... And, of course, we have the good old Draw Face Maxi to go on top of it. Hey, it's an insect. It's an archetype, right? So... Alright, so we got the opening of the Spirit Gates for the Dark Beckoning Beast on the opponent's end. They're going to add... What the heck was that? Was that another Dark Beckoning Beast? That was... The perspective on that was really weird for some reason. I thought it was a completely different card. Oh, wait, no, it was! Okay, it was... Yeah. Okay, Phantasmal Summoning Beast. Contribute this card, add a Uriah, Haman, or Raviel from your deck to your hand. You can special 1 level 10 Pyro Thunder Fiend from your hand. Just attack equals self-defense, blah, blah, blah. Banish this card. Weird. I don't know why they're playing this one. It doesn't summon itself, and it's level 7. Okay, whatever. Anyway. We're going to use the Hunting Dance to casually wipe our opponent's field, including their Nightmare Throne, which was trying to resolve, which means it won't. So, looks like all they can really do is go into their Royal Phantom of Yubel before passing back over to us. And, yeah, I don't think the 1 Phantom of Yubel is really going to cut it here. Looks like they're going to use it on a Ragnara the Evil Seed, which is completely fine, by the way. Ooh, the Chain Coils might actually matter here. Because it not only stops hand traps, but it also stops Spirit of Yubel if they have that in hand. Wait. Also, hang on. They popped regular Yubel. I just noticed that. They had regular Yubel in hand, and they popped that with the Phantom. I think even in this situation, they probably still should have tried to pop Spirit, but... Alright, that's going to be all she wrote. We're just swinging in with the Ragnaraka stuff. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, honestly. Like, of course, Ragnaraka does tend to be at its best when it's blended with other archetypes. And as you can see here, we do have a decent bit of Sylvan action, at least a little bit going on here. But I mean, this is still pretty much a pure Ragnaraka deck, right? And I mean, to be fair as well, you know, it's not uncommon for one of these tri-type archetypes to need a little bit of help from an outside, like Tri-Brigade Zodiac, for example, you know, where you would throw in the Zodiac card instead of just playing Tri-Brigade pure. Looks like the same thing is happening here with Ragnaraka and a little bit of Sylvan action. I'm sure you could do any number of, like, you know, insect, plant, or reptile archetypes. Yeah, you know, I will say when I was reading those Link monsters, like initially when they first came out, I was like, is that really that impressive of an end board? But honestly, like, yeah, I think the Stag Sovereign and Chain Coils is a scarier end board than it might seem, right? Like, you might not see the word negate necessarily, but those forms of disruption are still pretty wicked. So that was a great game. Thank you for showing us that one, Aqua. Let's go ahead and check out our next one here. Okay, our next game comes to us from P1GBen1S. Huh, I wonder what that means. that's a joke, I know what this name means. Alright, Pig, let's see what we got. I think we featured you at least once before. The name does seem at least a little bit familiar, but we're going to be watching a game playing Dragon Link. I definitely wanted to see this one because I very much need some more experience. Or at least experience watching people playing Dragon Link. I definitely am more than a bit rusty, which was probably pretty apparent from watching my deck profile this weekend. But always willing to learn. I mean, of course we're always willing to learn, right? Like, Royal Maxi. I mean, we have the call by here, but still... Oh, we have the Gamma, excuse me, not even the call by, the Gamma. I always wonder when I see Royal Maxis if people got lucky if they farmed for it. I could see, like, if you're gonna farm for a Royal, like, farming for one that you're going to use more often than not definitely makes sense. The double tribute. The double tribute for the Abs Router. I was kind of wondering how this hand was going to be played, but that'll do it. That'll definitely do it. So we got both the Abs Router and the Romulus F going to grab the Ravine, as well as Abs Router grabbing... Oh, I'd have to imagine Tracer here. Yeah. I already have that Boot Sector launch, so we're good there. Yeah, we don't even really need Ravine at this point, right? Because we already have put Abs Router in the yard, and that's pretty much the main thing you would want to do with Ravine. I mean, I'm sure there's other things that we could do, but... Alright, there's the Pisty, and then now we're double linking Romulus and Tracer into the Triple Burst. Alright, Pisty F to bring back the Magnum Hut to their adjacent zone, and then going for the Borland, I assume here. Yep. Borland to set call by, and then end phase we grab Druid Swarm. So, alright, let's see what Duelist B, our opponent has here for us. Droplet on another Maxi to negate the Borland before summoning the Ancient Gears statue. Okay, so we're playing against Ancient Gears here. So they go for the Dark Golem. Dark Golem F is going to grab the Ancient Gear Commander, and then also the Advance as well. And I have to discard, right? There's a banish. It's discard, okay. So discarding the Commander, Advance F will grab the Ancient Gear Catapult. And then we're going to normal summon the Wyvern. Wyvern's a Stratos, right? Yep, for Box. Box gets to reveal for another search, which looks like it's going to be a statue. They just normal summon the Wyvern, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, there's that Gear Town. Commander F is going to place the Duel from hand. Ooh, we got the Call by F on the statue, as well as we're going to Druid Swarm the Gamma here. Because the Ancient Gear Dark Golem can attack 3 times per turn, right? With the trap card, I mean. So you do have to keep that in mind. Yeah, unfortunately they negated our Borland. Oh wait, they only attacked once? Oh, it's when they fusion, that monster attacks 3 times. Right, okay, that makes sense. So what the Ancient Gear Duel does do, though, is that it makes this Dark Golem effectively a Towers monster. Well, I mean, we can still use spell and trap cards, but it's going to be unaffected by our activated monster effects, so worth keeping in mind there. Alright, we did top deck the Quick Launch, which is a really, really good top deck here. Activating the Ravine, but only to pop it with the Tracer. After doing so, we're going to sync Tracer and Druid Swarm, going for the Dissipator. This will proc the Druid Swarm effect, but unfortunately, with the Duel up, we will not be able to send it to the graveyard. Looks like that Rocket Caliber we summoned off Tracer is going to go into Striker Dragon. Striker is going to pop itself to add back the Recharger. This will now proc the Recharger effect, to discard to bring back, looks like the Boral End Dragon. Boral End F is going to negate the Gear Golem, or it would if it was affected by card effects. But thankfully, the Boral End does have higher attack points, so we can just battle over it. The Jewel does not protect it from battle. Grabbing back one of our random banished monsters looks like a Gamma here before simply passing over. Yeah, because we can't summon the Lubellion that's banished. Alright, looks like we got a Catapult to summon another Dark Golem. I don't know why they didn't pop Gear Town. Oh, is it because, hang on. When a face of card you control, destroy it if you do summon an ancient gear monster from your deck knowing its conditions. And then was that the effect of, hang on. No, that's Dark Golem resolving to add to. Okay. I guess they popped the spell because they can just add another one. I guess that makes sense. But if you pop Gear Town, don't you get another monster? Okay. Alright, there's original Ancient Gear Golem. They got the Tanker as well, bringing back the Wyvern. Wyvern F, grabbing the Ancient Gear Fusion. Alright, Advance F. We're going to tribute off the Wyvern to draw. For the Catapult F to pop the Gear Town for another Wyvern. And now we have the Fusion spell to go for. Is this Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem? Yep. No, it's Ancient Gear Mega... What is this thing? Ancient Gear Megaton Golem. Machine Fusion, 3 Ancient Gear monsters. This card attacks, can activate Spell Trap cards until the end of the damage step. This card is Fusion summoned using 2 or more Ancient Gear Golem and or Ancient Gear Golem Ultimate Pound as material. Can attack up to that many number of times. I don't think they did that. This Fusion summoned card on the opponent's field, especially on Ultimate Ancient Gear. Okay, so it's kind of like a stepping stone to that. I mean, it's got its own other effects as well, but... Alright, so using the Borland to essentially just to revive here. We do negate as well, but the revive is mainly what we're looking for. And that'll proc the Recharger effect to bring back the Druiswarm once the Dissipator is destroyed. Very, very good play there. Alright, now thankfully the Borland is not negated this time, so it cannot be destroyed by battle. Looks like they're going to Battle Phase Fuse for the Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, which does have Trample. That is very scary. And can attack 3 times. Oh, that leaves us at 250. Wow. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Right on time, Max C. We're going to move to Battle Phase. Battle over the... Oh, that's right! We can just attack multiple times! Oh, how did I forget that? Well, I didn't even... It's not even that I forgot it. I was about to comment on that. I just didn't realize that would add up to lethal. I just didn't do the math. Wow. Wow, that was a really good game. Ooh, it was not only a really good game from our end, but also like I would not have expected Ancient Gear to put up that much of a fight, but it definitely was. So that was awesome. Hell yeah! Thanks for sharing it, Pig. Super appreciate it. Let's go ahead and check out our last game here. Okay, our last game for this video comes to us from Steph. Steph has some rogue action for us in gold. We're going to be playing, I believe it's Sword Soul versus Ice Barrier. Steph also says, gladly welcome any positive feedback as far as plays that could have been done differently. Yeah, certainly, for sure. I tend not to like try to like backseat duel in the replays too much unless people specifically ask for it, but I'm definitely down to do that. So it looks like our opponent's going first. Okay, we do have the Lightning Storm going second, which isn't too bad. I'm generally not a big fan of this in a deck that wants to go first, but here it might end up working out. Alright, it's like they're leading with some pretty classic Ice Barrier. Wait, they're going straight for the Lancia. That's interesting. Okay, I think our opponent definitely could have played better here. Unless they are going for something I haven't really considered yet. So they have the Mirror Mage for the... Nope, they're just going to Senzu. Okay, so yeah. Our opponent could have done a lot more, especially since they had the Speaker as well. But Revealer by itself, I think, should be Lancia plus Dragite, if you actually do like the Mirror Mage effect to make all the tokens. So normally our opponent should have a Dragite on the field, but they don't here, which is very, very good for us. So, all right, draw, standby main. We're going to lead with the Desires. Looks like banishing 10 to draw 2. What all did we banish there? Always worth noting. A couple of Moyes, a couple of Ecclesias, but nothing too devastating. Alright, so we got the Lightning Storm. Looks like we're going after the Lancia here, which I think is a pretty good call, honestly. Like, we're gonna have to out it at some point anyway, and it's like, yeah, they can summon the Trish here, but It's only going to rip one card from our hand, which isn't really that big of a deal since we're... Like, since we're just getting our play started and we already have multiple ways to make plays, I think that's fine. Plus, I think the Lancia is scarier than the 2 face-down cards here, so... going into Monk with... Which one was that? Ashna. Okay, so then we're going to special Vishuddha and then activate Ashna for the Adhara to go for a level 8. Yep, makes sense. So they're going to take the Vishuddha. That's pretty annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Also, Crackdown and Ice Bear is a little bit odd. Alright, so we're going for the Monk and then using Adhara to wheel the Ashina back to hand. Now using Long Yan, pitching that Ashina to summon. Yep. Getting the token. Sinking for 10. We're locked into Worm, so we can't do Baron, but that's fine. Went for the Shengying here. Doing the burn. Going to battle. I might have gone for the Qishao Long Yan. I mean, I guess there's arguments to both. What I really like about this, although to be fair... No, yeah, we still could have battled over this. It was only 2,700 attack. I like this because it's disruption during the opponent's turn, right? Like, we can banish their monsters, and then banishing their spell and trap cards actually has a pretty decent chance of mattering here, because we know our opponent has... where is it that they added last turn? Here we go. Freezing Chains of the Ice Barrier, which is a continuous spell card that's going to try to bring back an Ice Barrier from the graveyard. So since we know they added this, this is probably going to be... I mean, this is almost assuredly how they're going to be doing their comeback plays, right? So I think if we had synced for the Qixing Longyan here, we could have had an easy out to that, because if you banish a continuous spell card on resolution, it won't resolve. I know MST negates is a meme, but yeah, if you remove a continuous equip field spell or continuous trap card from the field as it's resolving, it actually won't resolve. So I also think in general it would have been a little bit better, but I mean the Shengying isn't horrible to have out here either. It's got big stats. It's got a potentially relevant effect. Actually, the effect's gonna be relevant right now. We could banish the Crackdown and take our Vishuddha back. Yeah, cool. That's what we're doing here. Also, good call banishing the... Was that the Mirror Mage? Yeah, good call banishing the Mirror Mage from the yard. Yeah, because now they don't have... Oh, they actually hard made the big Trishula. Wow. I was wondering what they were going for 11. It's like, oh yeah, this thing is 11. Alright, so it looks like they did manage to eat our Shengying there, but... This thing only has 2,700 attack. Shouldn't be that hard to out. So we're specialing Adhara. Going for the Monk. Then we can Adhara F, right? Well, actually, we could have Vishuddha for... Oh, no, we don't have Vishuddha in the yard. Never mind. Oh, it's in our banish. Yeah. Okay, yep. And then we add it back to hand, and then... Now we get to do the Ashina effect and summon a Vishuddha, and then we can use Longyan to pitch the Vishuddha to summon. I was going to call by the Longyan? That's completely fine. Because we can just Vishuddha bounce the Trishula now. And then now they're in top deck mode. And we have Blackout. This is a pretty good spot for us, actually. That's a really good spot for us. Oh, we could also... well, no, but we don't have, like, Moye or anything in the yard. Never mind. I was going to say we could potentially go into the Link to 10E monster, but that doesn't really do anything here. Alright, wins F to try to add back their Mirror Mage. So normal the Mirror Mage, we're going to Blackout. That does give them the search. I might have waited, honestly. Yeah, because then they can just grab Freezing Chains. I might have waited to see if they had, like, an extender, and then popped, like, the extender plus the Freezing Chains, leaving them with only Mirror Mage on the field. Alright, so Medallion's gonna go for Georgius. Georgius F to summon, and then bring back the Mirror Mage. Sinking for 10. Are they waterlocked? I'm trying to remember if they are. I don't think they are. Maybe they were, I don't remember. Okay, so this is 7? Oh, it's 6 for Gungnir. Wow. Alright, so now we're taking that 33. But they only have 1,400 left. We don't have to do that much, especially if the Longyan burn goes through. Alright, so we got the Taya. We're going to normal summon the Taya. Banishing the Blackout for a token, then we get to Blackout for another token. Lancia F is going to activate here. And they do summon the General Raiho. Okay, that is worth noting. Okay, we're just gonna use Visha to bounce the... oh, we're bouncing the Lancia, okay. That actually is probably the right call. Oh, because we can just go to Draco Berserk. Oh, and then we can just battle over the Raiho. Yeah, wow, I was gonna say bounce the Raiho, but no, you definitely found the better line here. Yeah, because we battle over Raiho, gain the attack, and then just swing in for lethal. Ooh, that was a nice finish. That was a very nice finish. Yeah, I think you played that pretty well here. Yeah, especially at the end there, like you made the game-winning play that I didn't necessarily play words see off the top of my head. So that was very, very good. I think our opponent, I think your opponent definitely misplayed more than you do, or more than you did rather. So definitely take solace in that. But thank you for submitting, Steph, as well as everybody else. Thanks to everyone, as always, ever who's submitting to these viewer specials, because this series could not happen without you all. So regardless of if you got featured or not, you know, you submitting the games like definitely does make the difference. So again, I very much appreciate it. But I think it's going to go ahead and do it for this one. So without further ado, I think I'm just going to go ahead and move to our outro. Hey everybody, Hexlex here. Just want to give you a huge thanks for watching all the way to the very end of the video. Believe it or not, that is actually one of the best ways that you can support the channel, is by watching the videos in their entirety. But there are many ways in which you can support the channel if you are so interested. The names that you're seeing on screen here, I gotta give an extra special thanks to, because these are people who have chosen to either become a member on YouTube, which if you're interested you can do as well via the join button next to the subscribe button down there, or have signed up over on Patreon and become members there. Link to that is going to be in the description below. Without the support that is being offered by, again, all the people that you're seeing on screen right here, I would not be able to take the time to dedicate to uploading daily YouTube videos. So thank you so very much. But there are also other ways you can support as well. Again, link to the description below. If you like my deck tracker that you'll see in a lot of my videos, the Untapped Companion, you can download that for free, and if you use my affiliate link down there, then that also goes a long way towards supporting the channel. That's, again, free. So is subscribing here on YouTube. That's also free and a huge way to support. You can also check out Twitch, once again linked in the description below. Following and subscribing over there will not only support as well, but also give you notifications of when I go live if you want to catch some of the live streams. But really, no matter how you choose to support, it all adds up, and it all definitely means the world. So thank you, each and every one of you. For now, this is Hexlex. I'm going to be signing out. But more than that, I'm hoping that you have a fantastic day.